So trying to get the point across of how things heat up. Um, I have different objects here, and if I turn on this energy symbol, that helps to show where the energy is going to. And different things heat up at different rates. And without getting too specific, that's a pun there, you'll see in a second. Um, if I just take two objects like iron, so a piece of metal and water, the main thing is that water heats up slower than other objects. Okay, and some objects heat up faster and some heat up slower. So I've linked these two flames, and so you can see the same amount of energy is going into each object. You know what I mean? And we started off with the same amount of each object. So what happens is, as you heat them both up at the same time, if I take their temperature, you can see that the iron got pretty darn hot and the water not quite as hot. Okay? So those two things, even though they were exposed to the same heat, water has a capacity for a lot more heat holding. It takes a lot more to fill up water with all that heat. It's called specific heat. So different objects have different specific heats, and you can see that water has a much higher one. But the opposite is true too. If I cool these two objects off, well, let me put two. Oh, it will let me put two right next to each other. Look at that. If I cool these two objects off, you can see that the iron temperature is dropping super fast, and the water is not dropping quite as fast. So the iron cooled off quicker than the water, which is the opposite. So both things, whether it's heating up or cooling off, those temperatures are going to change at different rates, and the iron goes both ways faster. Okay, so if you take an object with a low specific heat like iron, it's going to heat up fast and cool off fast. High specific heat like water is going to heat up slow and cool off slow, which is why objects or cities or towns near water, their temperature changes slowly because of that specific heat. And objects that are further away from water, so brick is kind of like rock. If it's further away from water, the brick will heat up faster and cool off faster, just like rocks will heat up faster and cool off faster. So cities that are not near oceans are going to heat up fast in the summertime like this, and then in the wintertime, they're going to cool off fast. So the water didn't get quite as hot when it was warm out, but it also doesn't get quite as cold when it's cool out.